Hello, wonderful humans, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarge, and it is so great to have you here today. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. It is so great to meet you. I create various types of beauty content, from skincare to makeup to full body wellness, and all of the different things that we can do to improve our beauty and bring beauty into our lives. I am not a professional makeup artist. I am simply someone who loves playing with makeup and who has had makeup and beauty be a passion and a love and a hobby of mine since childhood. If you're interested in that type of content, please make sure to subscribe. But without further ado, I will hush up and we can get into today's adventures in beauty. For today's beauty adventure, we are going to be going through what my basic day-to-day makeup routine looks like. I change my eye makeup every day and how I do it and how I style it, so that's pretty variable, but the way in which I do my face makeup is pretty consistent. And I wanted to just kind of share with y'all what I do. There are 3 different types of foundation that I use depending on how my skin is doing and what my goal or needs are for that day. So the 3 different products that I tend to use on my face, starting from like the lowest coverage to the highest, is one of them is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I love this product. Especially I have really dry skin and I live in a very dry climate, so this is great for days when my skin is being kind of grumpy and dry. And if I want to add a little bit extra coverage, then I will come in with this Cover FX. It's the custom cover drops. So I absolutely love this product. You would just add a couple drops to any of your foundations, tinted moisturizers, whatever, and it just ups the coverage level a little bit. So I often combine these two. But then I also have, and this is the one I reach for the most and the one I will be using today, and it is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Hydration Foundation. I love this product, and I use shade Cashew 3.5 for anyone who cares. I love this product. It's a newer to me product and I've really enjoyed it. It's a light but buildable coverage, which is something I really enjoy. So then my last foundation that I reach for is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. This guy, and I'm in shade 20CP. I'm gonna start by getting my hair out of the way and let's dive in. Step 1 is always to prime your skin with a makeup primer, and this is after I have done my morning skincare routine and let the moisturizers and everything, all my skincare products, soak in. And so today I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Prime Time, and this is their brightening foundation primer. And this is just gonna make sure that my foundation goes on, all the products go on evenly, and it increases the wear time. Yeah, so I'm coming in with the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Hydration Foundation. And I like to start by blending it out with a fluffy foundation brush. So this is a densely fiber brush. It's the Tarte foundation brush. I don't know the exact name of it, I apologize, but it is the Tarte foundation brush, and I adore this one. So I just really gently work this product into my skin, blending it out. So I am currently taking some oral steroids for an autoimmune flare. I know, right? So I have a little bit extra redness, and I do tend to come in with concealer, but I am gonna add just a little bit more of the foundation there on that cheek to kind of help with that redness. And then to make sure there's no streaks or anything, I come in with a clean Beauty Blender sponge and I just make sure that that product is fully and evenly distributed across my skin. No streaks. We don't like streaks. We want it to look like us, but better. Okay, now time to conceal. So I'm going to come in with two different concealers. I'm starting with the Pretty Vulgar Undercover in the shade Little White Lies. And this is a very lightweight coverage, or very light coverage concealer. I use this just as a little bit to brighten that up. So now I'm coming in with the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer. This is my favorite concealer. I'm almost out. And they were sold out, so I'm devastated. And I will come in and apply that to the tip of my nose, the edges of my nose, and that's to conceal. I almost always have breakouts on the edges of my nose. Hit my chin up, and then coming into just that forehead area. And I may need more coverage under my eyes, but we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend. And the goal with a beauty blender, you don't want to smear, you're tapping the product into the skin. So I don't want to see any of this. That's no good. Tapping it into the skin. We're not going for perfection, but gosh, it's fun to have skin that looks like it's basically perfect. So I just came in with a little foundation brush to blend out the concealer on my forehead. Sometimes I get a little bit heavy-handed and I was having a hard time blending. So, okay. I still want a little bit more coverage here, so I'm going to come back in with that Ilia True Skin Concealer. And nice and gentle. Blend it in. So now I'm going to come in and start step one of my contouring before I set any powder on my face. So I always do all my cream and liquid products before any powder goes on the face, because I have found that if I combine the two, it gets really muddy really quickly. This is the Fenty Beauty Matchstick, and this is in the shade Amber. So I come in and I like to contour just a little bit of my cheeks and then on my jawline. I've definitely upped my contouring this year because I have gained weight, and so my double chin has been a little bit more aggressive. And so I just come in and blend it out real gentle. I have like fallen in love with this sample. It's the Milk Makeup, and it is their lip and cheek product, and this is the shade Work. So I'm just coming in and I tap a little bit of this onto just the top of my cheekbone. And then another one of the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks. This is the shade Trippin', and it's a really pretty, I don't know if y'all can see it, it's a nice like peachy highlighter, and I really like it. So I apply this just to the top of the cheekbones and I extend it out a little bit, and then I'm going to let it sit so that it blends easier. So as I'm letting this sit, I'm going to come in and fill in my eyebrows. If you were my eyebrow pencil, where would you be? So I start by just creating the shape. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Auburn. And I use this one to just kind of create the shape that I'm looking for. And right here on this eyebrow, in 2013, I had a massive hair loss due to a medication, and my eyebrow actually fell out to like here, and it just never grew back in. So I really kind of struggle with that, and I try to kind of create a hair-like appearance and fill it in, but I have always struggled with that since then to make my eyebrows look even, but whatever. So this just creates that shape that I want. And then I come in with the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. I'm gonna go ahead and comb through the brows. And then I use this just to kind of fill in anywhere that feels like it still needs a little bit of love. And I am being as light-handed as possible right now. And then I brush through again. Perfect. So now my brows are drawn in. We will blend out my cream my cream blush. And be very gentle. Again, you want to treat your skin like silk. So really gently blending this into the skin. Coming back and making sure all that under eye concealer is blended. And it's settling into my fine lines. I don't know how to make that stop. If you guys do, please like comment below. I'm new to fine lines. Hi 2020. Thank you for them. And I'm not really sure how to make them concealed yet, so assistance would be appreciated. So I don't do a ton of setting powder. This is the Becca Cosmetics, and I apply just the smallest amount. Set my under eye, my nose. So then I take this fluffy brush. I have no idea where I got it. It's just a fluffy brush. And make sure I remove any of the excess powder that I just applied. Perfect. Okay, and now I'm gonna come in with my powder contour to just make my face that little bit more chiseled. Like I said, I've really upped my contouring. You don't have to contour, and you really don't, but I get very insecure about my face being puffy. I get very insecure about my double chin, and so it's something that I personally it makes me feel better, so it's a step that I think is worth it. So I'm coming into the Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette, and I use the shade Desert right in the middle, and using just a flat brush like this, I tap it into any excess off, and I just come right back a little bit here and then bring it down. I don't really contour my forehead because I feel like my forehead doesn't need to be contoured, and I don't contour my nose because, my goodness, the last thing I need is for it to look smaller. And then I come right along my jawline and bring it down. And then I actually take it under my chin so that it gives like a shadow effect to underneath my chin, and that kind of helps with that double chin. So this is an angled fluffy brush, and I use this and I just gently blend. So I go out and then I'll come in from up above, and I just want to make sure that it's blended and it's just carving that cheekbone out a little bit to give my face a little bit more structure. And then coming down. These are driving me nuts. And you gotta really make sure you blend. Just really gentle, take your time. To finish my face, I'm gonna come in with just a scooch of blush, and this is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude in the shade Call My Blush, and I'm using just a fluffy angled brush, and I just take a little bit right on the apple of my cheek and I'm tapping it just oh so gently. I really struggled with blush pretty much my whole life because it's really hard to find shades that work for me, and I don't want it to look like my skin's irritated. I just like it's that balance between being washed out and being too red. Now I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna highlight my cheeks with Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector, and it's the shade Vanilla Quartz. Apply it to the tops of my cheeks and my temple. And then I do a little bit on my nose. Just down the center. And coming back in with the same blush brush, I just go up and make sure it's all blended. Blush, and that's it. That's my face makeup that I do every day. I love my freckles to show through. I love my natural skin to show through, my face to show through. I want to look like me still very much. So now coming into eyes. What do I want to do with my eyes today? I was hoping that by now I would have had like inspiration strike. And I'm currently out of eye primer. I know it's like a sin to not use eyeshadow primer, but I don't have any, and with my challenge to not purchase any beauty products, I have to wait till February, so we're gonna just make it work. So I'm gonna come in, and this is one of my favorite just eye looks in general. I'm using the Dose of Color Marvelous Mauves palette, and I'm gonna start by laying down a shade of Fluffy. And then coming into the shade Wishy Washy, which is right that middle shade. Taking the same brush, I'm just going to come in and gently lay down a layer of shadow on my lid. And I like to really build slowly. You can always add more, but you can't take away. I'm going to come in now and kind of build some depth to my eyes. So using the Sephora shader brush, it's kind of a more flat brush. I'm going to come into the shade Spaced Out, which is my favorite name ever, and applying it just to one side. I'm going to come right into that crease, starting at the outer corner, just gently bring it in. And then taking a clean, fluffy brush, I'm gonna go ahead and blend. And it just creates that little bit of depth in my eye, creating shadow and shape. And I'm gonna do a little bit more. And I'm going to come back into the shade Wishy Washy and just put a little bit more pigment down on my lid now that I've created that depth. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to come in now with a brown eyeliner to just like really subtly line my eyes. I always brush out my lashes first before I apply eyeliner, and after. I find that like it prevents my lashes from getting in the way. I don't know. It could be an unnecessary step, but it works for me. So this is the Sephora eyeliner, long wear eyeliner in the shade dark brown. So I'm just going to gently and slowly apply this. And you'll notice that I have to hold and stabilize. It's because my eyes are constantly twitching a little bit, so I have to stabilize, but generally you don't want to pull when you're applying an eyeliner. So I didn't do anything too crazy, as you can see. It's just a subtle lining, and I really like liner. It just makes your eyes pop a little bit more. So I didn't really attempt a wing today. I'm not feeling that. Just coming back other side. So I always like to make sure it's even, and I'm gonna go ahead, let that dry for a sec. Okay. And rebrushing through. So I always curl. Okay, so now we're gonna do my lashes. Coming in with the Ilia. I'm so sorry, it's not on the bottle. I don't know what it's called. I love this mascara. If you can see their brush, it's really good at separating lashes. So I start by applying one coat and really focusing on the lash line and getting as close to the lash line as possible. And then I am going to come in with a second coat of mascara in a second, but first I see that there's a little bit of a gap, and so I'm going to just fill that in because I hate it when my liner doesn't line up. And I just like pat that right into the lash line to make sure that it's even and covered. And now I'm coming in with the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, and I like to combine these two. It's my most common combination. And apply a second coat. And on this one, I am focusing more on the ends of the lashes to really add length and fullness. You can use whatever products you want, whatever products work best for you. It's your face, it's your journey with makeup, so play around with products. Find what works for you. What works for me may not work for you. So now I'm going to finish up my eyes by coming in with a little bit of that same highlighter, the Becca Cosmetics. Tapping right at the tip. I'm going to come in and just highlight a little bit under my eyebrow. Just making that pop a little bit and highlighting the inner corner. Okay, so to finish my look, I'm going to add a little bit of color to my lips. Because my lips are feeling super dry right now, I'm going to start by applying a tinted lip moisturizer. So this is the Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in the Red Dahlia. And I put just a little bit of that on. And then I'm coming in with Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss. I don't know what shade this is. This was a sample, sorry. But it's a really beautiful color. And normally I would use my lipstick brush, but I can't find it. Beautiful. So I really like using lip glosses when my skin or when my lips are chapped or when I'm just like dehydrated, because the more matte lipsticks can really like accentuate your chapped lips. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and set it using the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix 02. I love the setting spray. Putting back on my earrings. Okay, so here is today's final look. It's a very common one for me to wear day to day. It's simple, it's pretty easy to apply, and like I said, you can play with any color shadows. You can use these techniques with whatever products you have. Use what you have, and that you use what works best for you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, to hang out and play with me. I hope that you enjoy this look. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up or let me know about it in the comments below. As always, please remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, spread love, not hate, compassion, and not judgment. Wherever you are in this big, beautiful world of ours, I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day or night, and I cannot wait to talk to you again very soon. Sending love. Bye!